What's going on, guys? D-Diddy here, bringing some Battlefield 4 on Flood Zone. Apparently, a lot of people do not like this map, but be honest with you, as long as they're not playing like assholes and just sitting on the building and sniping and shooting rockets and having almost unlimited supply, it's a good map. But that's the biggest problem with this map. So, what do I want to talk about today? It seems like a lot of people are saying that this game is broken. That it was an unfinished game at launch, and I kind of have to agree with that a little bit, because my previous video I showed you guys the hit detection issue with Battlefield 4, and it got a really big response with the community, and happy for that. I hope they fix that soon. But here's the deal: is this game broken? Well, it runs. I mean, this game. Don't get me wrong. This game is great, but the thing is that when it runs well, it plays great. But if it doesn't run well, then it's not great. I'll just tell you some of the issues I've been having that maybe consider this game as quote-unquote broken. The hit detection. The hit detection is not very good, especially on the Xino 311 map. It is horrendous. And that little clip I showed you in the last video, that happened to me a few times on that map. And I hope they fix that, because that is just crazy, dude. And the other big thing that's really getting on my nerves is just the sound bug, especially on Gold Mud Railway. That's one of the biggest complaints I've been having with the game. Gold Mud Railway is probably, even though it's a really massive map, the sound bug, and also the dam map, they both have the sound bug where it cuts in and out. It gets really annoying, because you're trying to get immersed in the experience, yet you got the sound bug and the sound cuts in and out. You can't hear the background sound. It just takes you away from the experience and just tells you, hey, this game's broken. Here's another issue I've been having. The game crashes the server. The servers in these games are not very good. I don't know if it's the server's fault or DICE's fault, but a lot of these servers that have been crashing are the official sites. Official servers are Battlefield. And that's kind of disturbing, because, you know, we're playing a really nice game of maybe Conquest, and then it boots everybody and crashes. And it's gotten pretty ridiculous sometimes, where you spawn in, and you're getting ready for battle, yet it just crashes. You gotta find something else. And also with the load times and all that stuff, it's kind of crazy, because you gotta have to find a stable server for you to play on, and it kind of takes you away from an experience. What's another problem? Oh yeah, another big problem with Battlefield is that, you know, I heard on the 360 version, you can't, I mean, this is from Pierce Visions or Pierce Gamers. I put the link in the description. This is from him. I don't have the 360 version of the game, but this is from him. He's a reliable source. The game's been crashing on the 360 version, and also probably the PS3 version. And you have to quote unquote install the game for it to not to crash. That's kind of ridiculous. So you have to install a game to prevent it from crashing. And also, the servers in the Xbox and your PS3 freezes when you play this game. And it gets, that's almost unacceptable. How can you actually let that happen, where the game actually freezes? You can't really say that the game is made for next generation when the current gen cannot run stably at all. Maybe like graphically it might be inferior, but it has to run stable. And with the consoles like not freezing on stuff, it kind of gets me a little worried for this game on the next generation console, because I heard from DICE says they barely got it finished, the next generation version of this game, and who knows if it's going to be crashing a lot and all that stuff. And it gets me worried though, because, you know, it seems like that the biggest issue I have is that it seems like this game was rushed out with a lot of problems that have been fixed in testing and all that stuff. Maybe a lot of the beta, I mean, the beta had major issues, and this thing has issues. But this is your retail copy. You're trying to overtake COD or something like that. You can't have this stuff happen. I'm just being honest. And also, it just seems like EA, they're just hell bent on beating COD and all that stuff. They just don't understand that you have to make this game stable and playable for your fans, your diehard fans have been with your series. And you can't have them pissed off because I look at the Battlefield forums, they're just crazy with people with problems and all that stuff. And you don't want to get them angry and all that stuff. So I hope that EA, I know that DICE will patch these things eventually, but you have to, you have to have your game stable for release. It's just being honest. If you want to overtake COD or anything like that. So those are my issues I've been having with Battlefield 4. Does it suck? Well, with all these problems, it kind of does a little bit, but I have faith in DICE will patch these things, unlike sometimes COD. But it's some of the problems in this game are absolutely ridiculous and almost unacceptable. Especially since this game is a major release, is a major money deal for EA, and they let it go like this, unpolished. I shouldn't say unfinished, I should say unpolished. So, those are my thoughts on Battlefield. Hey, look, got Conquest Service Star, 10,000 points. Those are my thoughts on Battlefield. Some of the problems with it. So, in the comment section below, tell me some of the problems you've been having with Battlefield. If there's any problems with Battlefield, do you enjoy the game? Does it completely suck? I say, hey, it doesn't suck, but it doesn't really suck. It sucks with the bugs and all that stuff, but no game's really gonna be finished though. But I hope that DICE, I have faith in DICE will fix all these things, and hopefully it'll be very, very playable, very well in the future. So that's the video. Peace out, guys. Hopefully bringing some Call of Duty Ghosts soon after that game's released, and maybe some more Battlefield. Catch you guys later.